Thank you for having me. It's good to be here. Thank you all for being here and diving into this topic that is so dear to my heart. Um, for me, psychedelics, medicines have been a big part of my own personal growth. I was first exposed when I was about 22. And I felt like all of my anxiety of 22 years had melted away in an instant. And then I sort of fell in love with them. And over the next 6 months, I found myself doing it about 10 times at real doses. And that was too many times for me. Not for any medical reason really, but just for me that once you see at that level without real integration or time to process that, it's very hard to unsee. I'm hearing, I can't hear you. Can other people not hear me? I see in the chat. Josh, you give me a thumbs up.
You're good for me.
Yeah, I think your audio is good. For those people that can't hear, I'm guessing the issue's on your side, not on our side.
Beautiful. It was a, it really has been a beautiful part of my growth. But I found myself having a conversation with an older version of myself, sort of arguing about how much we should do this. And it was really interesting. And as I look back on this in retrospect, it's the death of a former self and the fear of losing my skeptic mind, which I don't feel I have lost. But I felt like these drugs or medicines had changed me, but I like the new me. And the old me wouldn't have liked the new me, but I like the new me. The old me would have judged me like I judged the old me for not being open and not being free. He'd say, there's plenty of wisdom laid out for me. It's been building throughout all of history, so to sit with me and listen to the voice within me would be selfishly denying human history. There's greatness to contribute to. It's not about the truth in you. There are worlds that were conquered before you, just for you to do what you've been shown to do. The path is right in front of you. But the new me thinks that path is an illusion that only begets confusion, and I thought I was happy then, when I was him. But I didn't know happiness. Well, I thought I did. And the old me did. But the new me knows the old me didn't really get it, or the new it, because the old it didn't have my changed brain chemistry. That's made me come to see the beauty of each moment, and the flowers smell delightfully like light to me. And passion burns inside of me. There's poetry to write. You see in people to delight. You see the power I desire corrupts when in the company of men like the one I used to be. There are stars to be gazed at and souls to be played with. So much more to life than the confines I stayed in, attempting to achieve a very different kind of greatness. And I still desire greatness, just not the same greatness, not greatness for the sake of greatness laid out by this great mess of a system that we stay in. But before my brain had changed, I never would have said all that. Wisdom comes with age, and I don't know if these accelerate that or just change that. I really like the new me, but don't want to push much further. What if ayahuasca's murder of this new me? But after I'm reborn from flames, I know I'd come to like me again. This whole process would be the same. Future me would judge the current me, and he'd call me the old me. But the old me wouldn't have flown that kite for 4 hours in the desert sky. As I gazed on and wondered why the whole world couldn't share my eyes for just a moment. One just moment, and no one would despise anyone or anything because they'd see the majesty I see. And every inch of it is so deeply beautiful. In all its simple complexity, it is so intensely beautiful, so infinitely beautiful. It's made me stop wanting to conquer the world and just want to play my part in it. But there's value to both sides of that. The old me would have said, look how you've gone and softened. I can't tell you just how often I see people get exhausted and run from reality. Don't try and tell me it's not reality. What runs society is reality. When you reach a vast majority, no matter how messed up it seems, it's the world you're all inhabiting. If you want to change it, then change it. But flying kites doesn't change it. Flying kites is inactive. Flying kites is complacent. The way you change it is the very grind you've come to despise. When we're too caught up in just how blue the sky is and shaping ugly truths as simple beauty in disguise, we slow life down. And we forget time flies. And that chance for greatness will pass us by. You know that's true too if we don't use our third eye. You know there's a point where higher consciousness gets too high, and I'm afraid if we take this ride too many times, it's both me and the majority of humanity you'll leave behind. But it's just two herbs. It's from the earth combined to give your mind rebirth. It's natural. It's natural. Like cobra venom, polio, and botulism, volcanoes with that red stuff in them, it's natural. You're slowly breaking up with me. And don't tell me I'll always be with you, because it's not true. The reason we're speaking is that I am not you. My worldview is apparently a fogged up rear view window you can hardly see through. It is getting too hot in here. Thank you all. It's where I'm at in my current journey, and I'm so grateful for the role that these have played, and grateful for the fight in the death of that old me and the integration. The skeptic's not gone, it's just changed. Thank you for dedicating yourselves to this topic, to this medicine, to this work. I hope you're all well and safe. Sending love from Brooklyn.